What's up, guys? Today is Friday, September 16th. Happy Friday! Today I want to do a new type of video, and this is something that I want to try to do more of. I've been thinking about them for a long time, and I just haven't done the first video yet. So I guess this type of video, I'm calling it like a life how-to, I guess. Since this is my very first type of this kind of video, I thought I would do my first life how-to video on how to live as a recovering addict in a world of substance abuse. And my 5-year anniversary of sobriety is in 3 days, so it's on Monday, September 19th. So I thought this was kind of really good timing to do this. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos. I have other ideas in mind for the types of topics I want to do for the life how-tos. And if you guys have any ideas of other how-tos you want to see, just leave it in the comments below and I will try to add that to my list of topics that I want to do. But for the first one, like I said, I want to kind of talk about how to live as a recovering addict in a world of substances. So since my channel is related to living a life of recovery, I thought this was also, a really good way to start these types of videos. So, I mean, let's face it, the world today is changing and it's actually really dangerous, especially in regards to substances. Drugs and alcohol are really easy to find, they're really easy to buy. You could go to someplace you never even thought that drugs would be prevalent, and they are, like a mall or a grocery store or a park down the street from your house. So it's really easy for teenagers and adults, whoever, to find any type of drugs. And even worse, the drugs that are out there today, they're changing. They're becoming more extreme. They're becoming more dangerous. Drugs are evolving. And then on top of that, people are taking different types of drugs together. They're mixing drugs. They're mixing prescription pills with marijuana or alcohol or different types of prescription pills that have different effects, and the result is really, really dangerous. One thing that I've learned through my own recovery and through the treatment center that I work for is this little saying that we say. It goes, difficult yes, impossible no. So I am by no means saying that saying no to drugs or not involving yourself with those same type of people is easy. It is absolutely difficult. It is probably one of the most difficult things that you guys will have to go through, especially if you're younger, if you're a teenager. It is absolutely difficult, but it is not impossible. So it requires you to make some really difficult choices and to say no to some things that you are not really used to saying no to. But once you've accepted the fact that this type of lifestyle, not doing drugs and hanging out with a different crowd or whatever, is difficult, but it's not impossible, then you can stop justifying to yourself that you can or can't do these things. So a lot of people who are used to doing their addiction, they will justify why they're doing it because that's what gets you to keep doing it. A lot of people, like if they are using marijuana, they'll say, well, it's natural or it helps me fall asleep at night. The reality is that that's just justifying and rationalizing your use. And if you have an addictive personality, or if you have addiction in your family history, or you are addicted, that you're addicted, then that kind of justification is really dangerous for you. So you have to accept the fact that it's difficult, but it's not impossible. And when you say it's not impossible, then you can say, well, these justifications are not really logical. They're not real justifications. And then once you can stop justifying your use, your abuse, then you can start to develop coping skills that will obviously help protect you. It's not just about coping skills though, and you'll hear me say this a lot in these types of videos the more I do them, it's really about being honest with yourself. So when I'm talking about justifying your drug use, you have to be honest with yourself about what your justifications really are. And this can actually be a lot harder than being honest with others. It can just be one of the most difficult things that you have to do, because a lot of the times you'll have thoughts and you'll think things and you'll do things subconsciously. You really have to do things consciously in order to be aware of what you are being honest and dishonest with yourself about. You'll have these thoughts in your head, and a lot of the times you may not speak them, other people don't know them, and thoughts in your head just go 1,000 miles per hour. So sometimes it's really hard to, like map out your thoughts because they just kind of jumble up and happen. So that makes it harder to be honest with yourself, because you've got all these thoughts, you've got all these things going on in your head, and they just kind of happen. So it's really important that you're honest about your thoughts and your beliefs, and you're more aware of the things that you're thinking and doing, because then you can start being honest about them. So an example for me was, I was in like my very, very first video I did, and I'll link it below, but I mentioned that, yes, I was addicted to some substances, mainly like anxiety medication, but my addiction addiction was love. So I constantly got myself into very unhealthy relationships. And so this one relationship in particular, I would justify why I needed to talk to this person, why I needed to go see him or whatever. And we worked together. This was a long time ago, so it's not like anything recent. This person is no longer in my life, even in the slightest bit. But we worked together. So I used that as an excuse to need to talk to this person, when the reality is that we did not work in the same department. We did not need to communicate together, and I could do my job successfully without having any communication with him. So once I accepted the fact that, yeah, I think I'm talking to this person because I just want to talk to him, and Ryland. So once I really accepted the fact that I didn't need to talk to this person at all, and the reason why I was talking to this person was because of my addictive behaviors and the desire I had to talk to him, then I was able to be much more honest with myself and actually say, I want to talk to this person right now. I could ask this person this work question, but I don't need to. And there's like 50 other people I could talk to about it. That was the hardest thing, because I really made myself believe that I had to go to this specific person to find these answers, or to talk to you about this issue or whatever. And it was really hard because we worked together. Deep down, I really knew the reasons why I was trying to talk to this person, and that I was convincing myself that I needed to talk to him. So eventually I realized that being honest with myself was actually much more healing and releasing than scary and dangerous. I mean, I didn't get in trouble with anyone when I was honest with myself, and it didn't destroy me. It actually saved me. So if there's one thing that I can recommend to all of you about how to live in this world, this dangerous world of substances, if you're an addict and you want to live a sober life, you really need to be honest with yourself. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's not easy to get there, and it takes a lot of work. So that's also where some of your coping skills will come in very useful, because coping skills can help you get to being more honest with yourself. For me, I found equine assisted therapy was really, really powerful. The horses really can read what you're actually thinking and doing, and the type of body language and messaging that you're giving off. So the horses can see things about you that you may not be able to see about yourself, or that you're lying to yourself about. So that's just one recommendation. Other things that work for people for coping skills are finding hobbies, things that you really enjoy doing. I recommend things, outside, socializing, like some outdoor things, gardening, hiking. I hate hiking, but some people really love it. going to a dog park. It's kind of hard for me to do things outside because it's so hot right now. So that is an excuse I come up with. Other things you can do, things to distract yourself, meditation, journaling, stuff like that. There's lots and lots and lots of coping skills. The most important thing is just trying to live your life a healthy way. So I would encourage you guys to watch my LMLs, which are my living my life videos, which are just my everyday vlogs. They mostly have to do with traveling and doing stuff with family or friends. It's not like a daily vlog. It's more so when I'm actually doing something that's entertaining, because I don't do entertaining stuff very often. But if you want ideas for things that you can do that are healthy and safe, go ahead and watch those LMLs, and maybe it will get some ideas spinning, turning in your head, and you can come up with other things to do. So anyways, that's kind of some of my recommendations for how to live a sober lifestyle in a world of substances. And it's, like I said, it's not easy and it takes a lot of work. And this is really just kind of like the step one, being honest with yourself and finding healthy coping skills, because those things could actually use like how-to videos as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts. If you're having your own struggles or you have your own recommendations for how to stay sober in this dangerous world we live in today, leave a comment below and I'm sure you'll help other people. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more life how-tos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. My hair would get out of my freaking face. This fan over here is blowing. It's impossible. How does it go? That's not how it goes. I'm so bad at this.